Shout out to shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's break it down. I'll see you in a second here. Get your caps on. Get your drink ready. It's probably lemon water. You know what I'm saying. bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here for this, kind of late night stream. We're going to get through it together. Shout out to everybody on this beautiful Saturday night. God bless each and every one of you for being here. I think my daughter put this on my head when what's going on over here? Shout out to all my beautiful people. Let's get that music back up and running. It's a beautiful Saturday night. And I'm sick and tired, man. I'm just sick and tired. You know what I'm sick and tired? Nah, I'm sick and tired of all the love I'm getting on this show. No, seriously, the people are amazing. You guys are awesome. I just want to say, I was looking at the metrics. Unbelievable. Even though it's slower in the summer here, even though it's, hasn't been as spicy, I have to say, we have one of the strongest communities in the game. And the love I receive and the support I get every single day is absolutely amazing. Let's break down Bitcoin. Let's take a look at what's happening here. Are we going lower? It looks like we may. All the way down to 110,700. And I'm the guy that's going to take us through the dump or the pump no matter what. We celebrate those big pumps. We go through the tough times. We could short the market. Look at the bot, though. The bot here, we went down. The bot here, we went down. Even the bot. But, it says, okay, I have to get back here to break even. Right there, And what will happen is it will keep averaging itself out till it either has to jump on out or it finds its way into one pump. Eventually, Bitcoin will pump like this. Like, eventually, there will be a pump. And the deeper the bot gets, the closer it will get to getting itself out. And that's the beauty of the bot. I 100%, I've never seen it lose. Maybe it can, but so far it has not. Let's take a look at what I said earlier today. We talked about the 5 minute, the 1 minute. We talked about the 200 moving average. Looked like we could possibly make a flag and get above it. That was your moment right there. We had to get the breakout. No go. You can see what's happening here. Local resistance at about 114,100. You can see this is your spot. Look, resistance. Multiple times today on the 5 minute time frame. And then you made a bit of an M, got rejected. And this was the bear flag we talked about, right? I said, I'm bearish. I said, unless we can get back above the previous resistance. Even this I was talking about down up here, really. But you got to get above here. So just get back above that key area. We're going further to the downside, and you can see kind of how the day played out. We went further down. My target's, 110,007. Same thing here as BOOKMAP. They tell us we're going down to about 110,600. Matches perfectly up with my measured move. So let's take a look at the daily close. We'll get rid of all this beautiful technical analysis, moving averages and such. We're going to break down what happened on the daily. We're going to see how this influences the weekly and where we stand. So Bitcoin, clear Bart Simpson pattern to the downside. It was a classic Bart. We haven't seen a Bart in a while. And it was a classic Bart Simpson to the downside. What I am saying, is there any hope? There's a little bit of hope right now. There's a little bit of hidden bullish divergence, right? Hidden bullish divergence. And this would be a beautiful place to long on the daily. 706 retracement, stops below the wick, and you get in right now. And again, it's Saturday night with low volume. Very, very gutsy and ballsy. I do have to say that, sorry to the ladies out there. But that, and we're close to the 618 golden pocket. I mean, you're in that 786 area. You would expect to move all the way back up now to just shred these shorts. Some type of crazy inverted head and shoulder. Bitcoin makes this giant consolidation. You're talking August 26th to 30th. We get into that rate cut. Boom. We start chugging along for that next leg, which would be this here. And that puts you somewhere $148,000 BTC by September 19th, Friday. So it's still on the cards here. A lot of people a little more bearish than they need to be. A lot of people a little more bullish than maybe they should be too. I'm not saying this is guaranteed to happen. I am showing you this is like a high likely probability based off my years of doing this. This hidden bullish is pretty strong. Oversold stochastic, we're getting through the MACD. Good chance we get a bit of a bounce. Let's see what the chat is saying. Anyone seen this before? Anyone know exactly what I'm saying? And wow, we got some super chats coming in. We got people, Reliable J. The screen yet again, right? Every time. How does this happen every time? Every single time. It gets the chat going, at least. It gets the chat going, man. Every single time this has been happening to me. And I was like, this time it's not going to happen. Something about this place where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's okay. We're starting fresh. You know what I mean? We're all right. We didn't go too far. It could have been further. Oh, the 50-day. Yeah, the 50 day moving average. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at that. Thank you. So anyway, this is what I was just saying. I said, look for this bounce. We got rid of everything anyway. We were starting fresh, so you guys caught me at a good time. I promise it's not going to happen tomorrow. Man, it can't happen tomorrow. I said it was going to happen today. You know what I mean? The thing is, I guess I'm so focused on I will tell you, it's my focus and my discipline. Like, I'm so focused on the charts and what I'm doing. Once I just start going, I'm in there, and I'm like, but thank God I looked to the chat today. Thank God I went to the chat, because you guys saved me. You saved me big time. So I appreciate that. And let's see, let me see here. I could get a little more light on me too as well. We got some bright light over here, but it's just not converting as well. It's okay, Sam, you're human. No, it's not okay though. I run a serious show. I gotta step it up all the time, you know what I mean? But no worries. This will be forgotten after, 100 more shows of me never doing that, and we'll move on. So I'm not stressing it. I know I'm going to keep moving. I know I'm going to be better. And I know this is actually fun. I'm excited. I love Saturday nights. I love being here with my lifers. And hey, you know what I mean? I was talking to my wife the other day, and she said, how come you haven't taken me in any place I've never been before? And I said, so I took it to the kitchen, That always... It's Saturday night, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. So anyway, moving forward, let's take a look at what's happening here to BTC. So Bitcoin, hidden bullish divergence. What does that mean? It means you got this trend down on the RSI, trend up on price action, and you got to get back above this previous resistance, $120,000 BTC, right? And that's kind of, so let's break down kind of our parameters where we're at, all right? We got 120,200, all right? We got 111,918, okay? Key area, 706 with the bounce. Resistance, previous resistance is support. We came right down to that key level. Would be pretty interesting if we got the bounce. And so then what would happen is what I was attempting to purvey, right? As we get this complex inverted head and shoulder, right? And that has a measured move. And then we'd also have, somewhat of what I call an ascending triangle, all right? Which also in itself has this bigger move, right? And that's maybe, hold on, let me see. Yeah, a little exaggerated. So maybe more 145 than 148. Yeah. But still, regardless, when we get to there, we'll see what's happening. Remember, irregardless is not a word, all right? It's just regardless. I just want to make that clear. A lot of people keep saying it. So anyway, regardless, we get to this area, 145,793. I just want to teach you some good nomenclature, that's all. You know what I mean? Keep you going. Keep you stepping up your game, that's all. All right. So beautiful, possible inverted head and shoulder. Bounce off the 706 Fibonacci. We'd like to get some type of confirmation by a bullish divvy on a bigger time frame. Let's take a look at on something like the 4 hour. Let's take a look at what's happening here on the weekly. Weekly, that's a giant bearish engulfing candle on the weekly, right? It suggests more sauce. The saddest thing is, what if, right? What if? And just, whoa, right? Could you see an $82,000, $84,000 Bitcoin? Hey, if you lose 104, you'll challenge 98, 97. You lose that, you'll challenge 93, and if you lose that, yes, you'll come down to $86,000 BTC. All right. These are possibilities, folks. I'm not saying they're guarantees. And the problem is nobody knows what's going to happen, whether we're going to go tighter up here and pump or they're going to come down here and dump. Nobody knows. I have a lot of guts to venture into these waters publicly. You know what I'm saying? Most people would not have the gall. And I know, though, through space and time, if I keep pushing, I'm going to show you guys gems and key tips, tricks, and ideas that you never thought possible. So there's bearish div there too, and this suggests that more pain is coming for Bitcoin. So it doesn't look good on these bigger time frames. The 3-day came down pretty nice. Still has a lot. I've seen it dump a lot. It still has to cross the dotted line, and there could still be more dumpage here for the 3-day. Even that 2 daily. The daily looks like we could get a bounce, but right, are we going to get one? The gutsy call right here is like you have to basically take a legendary call right there on the daily time frame. And we could see some lower lows and still have a hidden bullish divergence. So we could bounce off of that area right there, 108,000. But man, once we lose the tens and we get back into the single digits and it's just going to be a little eerie, especially for your altcoins. You're going to see Solana back at 150, 140. It's just going to be like, man, after all this time, we doubled up, we bought the dip, and we're back again. You know, every time you buy the dip on altcoins, it only gives you so much. So it's just like swing trading them is the key. And I keep telling you guys that I'm in and out. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but I am just in and out on those things. And I realized over time, after I watched this market a lot, like, fine, I'll hold my holds. Like, I'm not going to give them, but man. So yeah, I'm just feeling the fact that this could bounce though. 8 hours still oversold as well. Let's take a look at our 4-hour time frame. 4 hour looking for a nice bit of a bounce too, and you got a small bullish divergences. This is what you want to see. All right, let me explain. You want to zoom into your RSI, double click it, right, and really look at it. You want to see like flat, slightly down, but pretty flat, right? But it is somewhat down. It could be better if it was a more uptrend. Your next one you'd like to see like this, but for now you got that flat. Now, this is far more vertical, though. You keep trending that way. You keep these going the way they're going. Who else, so this trajectory is this way, right? Whoa, messing with life there. But then, and then this one is here, right? Like, nope, sorry, not that one. But it almost like... Point is, they're going to intersect, It almost, and it looks like an uptrend from here, even though it's slightly not. When you take a look at it, it's kind of a, slight downtrend. I don't know. Even. It depends, Now, the key area you want to break above on the 1 hour would be like $114,000, $105. That would be what you're kind of looking for, right? So... what would happen, too, is this would turn into some type of inverted head and shoulder as well. So this is how you will reverse something of this nature. Like, this is how it happens, okay? It just doesn't do it, it's not by accident. So you'll get some type of reversal, specifically on the smaller time frame. 4-hour time frame is nice, too. It's strong. So there's a bullish divvy with my indicator, too, which is pretty dang strong. Also, what you want to see is, I want to show you something interesting. You want to look at the last few times that the 4-hour took a massive dip, all right? And there we are right there, okay? And that's the dip at 98,000 when they really took a massive liquidation. And like, it took a lot of power to do that, a lot of energy, boom, right? And you want to see, look at the RSI. It dipped below the dotted line and pretty low, right? Then you want to see, okay, when's the last time? So then right here, where they liquidated everybody down to 74,000, right? That was massive, right? So you have 1, you have 2, and where we are here, 3. And usually after that, you can see it becomes a low, right? It's very rare you're going to come back down this low on the RSI. I'm just, right there was a green R too, marked down. Not saying it's a guarantee, but there was a green R. Here we're getting, and look, the green R, the green R, the green R, the green R. It's interesting. So there's some signals of a reversal here for me, personally. And I might be one of the first people to trade it because I wanted to be the first people to see it. Okay? Because I don't take days off while everyone parties on a Saturday night. Of course I want to take Saturday night off. Of course I want to do whatever I want. Of course I want to hang out with my friends and be at the barbecue right now and eat the steak tips. But I do what I got to do because I love what I do. And there's no days off, no matter what. Even if I have to, get through some of the toughest times in crypto, to me, it's all about, going after it and making it happen. So, Bull Run was over a few months ago. Oh, my gosh. Jennifer, Keeping It Real podcast. Was that supposed to be me? No, he's the man, dude. Keeping It Real is my brother. God bless you, brother. Yeah. 90K in a month. If we start running down again, very possible. Anything is possible. So I'm happy people are here are understanding that, hey, crypto is volatile. Crypto is painful. And it's only here for the people that are willing to hang on, you know, and it's not easy. It's very, very difficult. So the 1 hour, to me, look, I'll tell you what right now, which I've seen in my lifetime, which is kind of whack. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, kind of elongated dump out this head and shoulder back down to this area. So you're looking at like 110,000 for Bitcoin. Unless you get some type of bounce tonight. So watch your 15-minute time frame, which to me has a kind of a head and shoulder roll. It's like rolling over too. So you need something like this to break out. Like you need this to kind of keep going in this range. And you need this, you know, some type of like cup and hand. It's weird, but you would need this to pump to the upside, right? That's what you're looking for. So this is it for BTC. And all coins are kind of cooked right now, right? You don't want to be running into alts. I'll take a look at a couple too. I'll look at some of my favorites. This one's interesting. MSIA. Yeah, a little bit of a dip, but it's very small. I just found out about it. I'm just kind of watching it. Nothing crazy. TOKABU's been hot. TOKABU's been hot, but now look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Even that's got, you know, it's shaking in the boots. Okay. DJI 6930 holding pretty nice. Honestly, it looks strong. It looks very strong. So if I was going to say any coin could pump, I'd say this coin could do some serious damage. There's something going on with this thing. And I got into it early, yes, and I knew about it when it was at 660,000, and then it did like an 80x. So, but I didn't get in. I'm just telling you, I'm up to like 8x or something, but I'm up pretty big. But this thing is going, and I'm still in. It looks like it's going to be cooking to the upside. So I like what I'm seeing here. This could be the only play in the next couple of days that's on fire. And I'm telling you, man, I've done it many times. And again, I'm not, you know, I am not a financial advisor. I don't think I say you should be taking this financial advice, but by not taking days off and pushing, I'll find a coin, the 1 coin, 2 coins, sometimes 3 coins will pump, and like we'll find. I'm not saying every time. I'm not trying to say I'm like the greatest thing ever, but I'm just trying to tell you it's happened from us grinding so much on this channel. We've seen and done things you never thought possible as a group. See, this channel is a metamorphosis of space and time. It's not just like you're watching a trader. You're watching like the actual movement of time together here. Like I can't explain it. It's not like other channels with no days off, right? For thousands of days. Like it's insane. Who does that? Like that's nuts. Like I find myself to be an insane person. Like that's nuts. For 1,007, who does that? State to state, country to country, you know, time zones to time zones, up all night, like moving screens around. Like the guy is a mad scientist. He's out of his mind. That crypto lifer guy, he is a nut bar. Working for that guy, oh my God. He wants everything all the time, you know. I know, so it looks pretty sketchy. Kind of, it looks like a head and shoulder to me, and you know. So we may have found the only hot play in the whole game tonight, which is DJI 6930, and I do own it. I happen to be, you know, talking about my own bag. It is what it is, but I am not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. It'll probably dump when Bitcoin dumps, and it'll all go to, you know, so if you do get the dump. So right now, it does look like Bitcoin's going lower, possibly $110,065, and taking out more, you know, why not? It's going to take out whatever low liquidations are left, you see? And it's got red right there at 110,008. It says it's going down there. Big red will, you know, whenever you fade big red on Bookmap, it's usually right. It's not right every time. The other day we had big red at 121. We never got it. It was showing the short liquidations, and they ended up winning and then disappearing with the money, which is kind of crazy right off the board, man. Now the biggest liquidations for the shorts are about 115.3, which is like not the best because it says we can only really get into that zone, and I'd like us to get a little higher. We lost some momentum pretty fast here for Bitcoin, so yeah. So unless I'd like to see Bitcoin get a bounce, it's getting pretty close here on the daily time frame. And actually, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'd say that the probability is you're going to dump to, you know, further down somewhere to 110,125. So it's not looking good for BTC. I'll tell you that right now. All right. Water token is looking real good. They've already donated 80K to Team Water for kids. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Water token. Everybody has this idea, but we'll see. Team Water, is that what it is, though? water. And that's with Mr. Beast, right? So that's interesting. That looks pretty good to me. The TA looks nice. I have no idea what it is. You say it's helping people give water. I hope this is the right coin, too. I double check all this stuff, everyone. I'm just meandering through the net here. Reality TV show of my life and seeing what I'm seeing. It does resemble and have that market structure of this cup and handle. You see it? There's your cup. Nice little handle to the upside here for Bitcoin. And this thing could pump on a Saturday night even. I lost 39 after signing up to Crypto Life for Discord, defaulted 2 direct chats with it instantly lurking. You do invent. What the heck? I lost 35 signing up. Discord defaulted 2 direct chats with. What are you talking about? Lurking for you to. What the hell are you saying? You sound insane. I hope that's not true, man. It sounds nuts though. Yeah. Buy physical silver. Compare screen numbers are not money. I love you, brother. God bless you. Anarchist Craig. Buy silver, man. God bless you. Shout out to Seize the Day. God bless you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Shout out to Reliable J. Shout out to everybody here on the live. This looks interesting. Water for soul. Hey, if anything could pop, I'll add it to the watch list. We'll take a look at it. Funny, Nyla AI. Just, I wanted to see it go sideways. That has a head and shoulder. I thought this was funny. Snoop Frog. I did not buy any. I'm just watching it. It's funny to me. That's all. And yeah, we need a big group here tonight. Just something to talk about. Okay. You could vote for me for Influencer of the Year. You could vote for me for Technical Analysis, right? Best TA, the best technical analysis. Right there, I'm in the running. Click here. Click on Web Influencer Awards. Let me hit that here. Boom. Go to that link. Vote for the Crypto Lifer. Show us how strong the Lifers are. We've got this. We could do this, right? So bang, bang, bang. Crypto Lifer 2020. I thought it was a 2024 winner. It's a bit 2023. Maybe we didn't do it last year. No, it was last year when I had my kid. But maybe they gave me the award for 2023 for 2024. I don't know. We didn't do it in 2024 apparently. Or we're gonna. Is this 2023? I'm confused. Anyway, vote now. All right, for best technical analysis. All right, Web3 Influencer Awards. But best mining, best education, best interviews, best technical analysis, right there. The LIFA. All right, the Crypto LIFA. That's the deal. I appreciate that. Best variety channel. Should probably do that. I don't know if I'm in anything else. Best Bitcoin content. I think I'd be in there. Not in there though. They move it. I guess they want to give everybody different things here. But it's going to be close. Best live event coverage. Interesting. I'm the most live stream ever, but I don't really do live events, I'd say, right? So no. Okay. Best crypto vlogs, best micro channel. Interesting. That's got a long list. An influencer of the year, man. This is a big deal, right? And I'm up there, man. That's one of the first times I've ever been in there. So, that would be pretty crazy. So, influencer of the year would be hot, everyone. So, dang. So, I'm up there for 2 big things, technical analysis and influencer of the year. It would be absolutely amazing to get in there, for my years of streaming. So, let's go. Let's see. Also, look, this looks like it's going to go down. See how I'm spying this head and shoulder pattern? It's not easy to see. It's twisted and convoluted, but it's in there. And it looks like they may backdoor this thing later on back to 110 tonight. So just be careful. I'm here tonight to show you what I see possible for Bitcoin and to kind of keep you guys on your toes and not disappear no matter what. Just because Bitcoin's dipping, I don't go anywhere. A lot of new people come to this channel and they're like, oh, these these guys come out and then they're just gone. Where are they? What happened to them? I don't do that. I'm still here. I'm still trucking day in and day out, no days off, no matter what, right? Let's look at this. A little bit of a bounce here, a little bit of a short squeeze possibly coming in for Bitcoin. And honestly, we would have to be getting a bounce tonight, like for Bitcoin's, like for basically, if that whole daily scheme I got cooking going on, we'd really need a bounce around now. And this would have to start doing its thing so we could somehow get out of this mess, and break on out. So we're looking for a bounce here at 112,000. And just because there's liquidity down there doesn't mean we're going down there. We got pretty close just there. Maybe that was enough. You never know. Okay? Again, I wouldn't trade any of this. This is trash. Up and down on the weekend with low volume, you're likely to get taken out pretty easily. Okay? The only thing I would do is maybe I'd look at the daily. And if this flips green and it closes, you trade the tweezer bottom. That's it. For me, that's just kind of my thing. I've done it a few times. I like it. 4 hour has the tweezer bottom and it's playing games. This could be an all-star entry here on the 4 hour. So these are the things I like to do. I like to call reversals back to the upside off of the bigger time frame. And then I use the smaller time frame for confirmation, like things that have to happen for us to see the rest of the move that I'm looking for. Like it can't all just be, fantasy. There's got to be reality. Like, is there an inverted? Is there some type of pattern that we can see to the upside? I'd watch this 4 hour, another closed green, and this thing could moon. You got some support here at 112,000. Attempting to kick in. You got this bullish divvy. You got hidden bullish divergence. There's a chance here. Fibonacci retracements, like things are adding up for a possible bounce. I'm still just weary of this last shady head and shoulder here that could really just roll over. So, gutsy call if you long here, in my humble opinion. I need a little more confirmation in the 4 hour, but I am leaning towards a reversal. Let's see if I'm right tomorrow morning, and we'll kind of pick up from where we left off. I don't want to take too much of your beautiful summer night. Let's jump on back into the chat, see what people are saying, and see what's cracking here too with the fan funding. All right, we have Shripad sending my love to everyone live. God bless you. That's super nice. Reliable J, Screen, God bless you, man. Screen, you guys are too nice. It's okay, Sam, you're human. God bless you. God bless you. Water tokens looking real good. Thank you for water. We looked at that. Do you think XRP is going to dump more? It'll follow Bitcoin, whatever Bitcoin does. Bitcoin gets this reversal, XRP will reverse. If Bitcoin dumps, it will dump. That's it. Simple as is right now. Once Bitcoin goes sideways, then XRP can do whatever it wants. But right now, it's going to be heavily correlated to Bitcoin. It's one of the bigger coins, and that's just how it is, Tony. Okay? And I'm sorry to show you that type of, to give you the news like that, but that's how it is. Okay? Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate that. And I thank you all for being here on this beautiful Saturday night in the middle of the summer. You don't have to be here, but you are in a Bitcoin dump. Let's see if there's any strong coins kind of sitting up here while everyone else is kind of moping around. Is there any coin shining? So we take a look at the market in the last hour. We see Pop.Fun trying to get a bit of a move, but nothing too big. 6% though in 24 hours. Conflux keeps coming up. I wouldn't be surprised if that does some damage or does something. Pendle, DeFi, Virtual, everything else kind of deflated, man. Jasby back to 4. It's all just, man, it is what it is. I will ask you one thing. Do you think it's a sell signal? Eric Trump again telling people to buy. You know what I'm saying? Which I find a bit, remember the last time though, it dipped after he said it, but then it pumped huge. Those buys would have been big. Interesting, right? So we got some news just coming at you. Arkham says 3.5 billion Lubin Bitcoin theft went undetected for nearly 5 years. A blockchain and analytics firm said it uncovered a 5-year-old theft of 127,000 Bitcoin from Lubian, a major 2020 mining pool. It alleges this was stolen from a Chinese mining pool, Lubian, in December, in what is called the largest crypto heist in history. According to the on-chain analytics, the attacker has not moved most of the funds, now worth 14.5 bill. And the Lubian team appears to have quietly sent on-chain pleas for their return. A crypto wallet thread on X, on-chain analytics said it uncovered evidence of 127, worth 3.5 at the time, was stolen from Lubian Mining in late 2020. Wow. Crazy, right? No one knew. It's coming out now. You see what I'm saying? More kind of crazy news. Samurai Wallet founder plead guilty in a $100 million Bitcoin laundering case. Samurai Wallet co-founders Keanu Regis and William Logan Hill have decided to plead guilty to charges related to their Mixer service. According to court documents earlier this week, the executives agreed to change their admissions during a Wednesday morning hearing before Judge Dents Cody. The two face charges of conspiring to launder money, a criminal punishment up to 20 years, and operating an unlicensed money transmitting business, which carries a 5-year sentence. This brings their total possible prison time to 25 years. Prosecutors allege that Samurai processed more than $2 billion in illegal transactions and laundered over $100 million in criminal proceeds. This includes payments tied to illicit online marketplace such as Wow. It's a lot of money. That's insanity, right? Chinese mining pool Lubin lost 14.5 bills, so people are talking about it spreading. And Ethereum price prediction. Here he is, Novogratz again. Digital CEO targets new highs in 2025. The key driver, Ethereum should clear 4,000. I'm trying to see what else he says, though. Galaxy is also bullish on the broader market. He has set a cycle target of 150,000 for Bitcoin, citing a favorable macro backdrop. Yeah, a lot of people are thinking bigger. I don't know if we, one more leg in this market, if we get lucky, and then it's going to be a fast, quick leg out. And, we'll get another quick pump, but I don't know. But he says maybe 4,000 ETH, so it's kind of a chase and grab article. It really doesn't give you a lot of sauce there. So, but some quick news for you tonight, and Bitcoin getting a bounce. Look for this inverted head and shoulder here, and I'm looking for the bounce here, man. I'm calling a bounce in the 4-hour. I say this turns into an inverted. I say you get the bounce. I say the daily does reverse. You end up somewhere back up here, and buying the dip would pay right now. So hey, I bought the dip, 114, 115. You saw me do it. I'll probably do it again tomorrow. Heck, I could do it again today, right? I could take a nibble. Why not? Anytime there's heavy fear, you've got to buy the dip. Every time I bought these dips when things just did not look good and it was all nasty, it always panned out for me. So I don't buy the tops. I buy the dip in Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? So I'll buy myself a little more BTC here and just continue to stack. And I just did so. So we'll see what happens. And I'll be back for more on Bit. And that's just spot buying on Bit2Next. You can spot buy on Week, spot buy on NextC. And if you want to jump into any exchange, jump on it today. I'd greatly appreciate it. I do get a commission. It's up to you. And those links are just right here at your disposal, for you to look at. BTC is where I do a lot of Bitcoin trading. Tech 100, though, I like to trade the NASDAQ there. I'm building a portfolio there, one step at a time, teaching people. I've doubled it up, and now I'm just kind of sitting, waiting, seeing what we want to trade, and we'll go from there. And it was a very awesome job, so we'll see where that goes. That's on BTCC, so you can follow kind of how I'm taking this $2,000 to $10,000 in this account, which is a really fun thing to watch on the live stream throughout the next few weeks. I've been doing it. If you've been watching me, and you can track me too in the trading group as I trade the NASDAQ for the first time ever live constantly, and throughout, just throughout the trading group watching me too. And so it's been fun. We've been like 16 for 20, only 4 losses, and been able to turn $2,000 into about $4,500. So life has been doing, it has taken its time. But again, at the end of the day, you should just, my first year of trading, I'd be happy if I made $7,000. Then it starts to evolve over time. Then you look back 20 years from now, you're like, wow, I remember that first year I made $7,000. Some people never get there. They just continue to keep losing. So don't be that person. Be someone that keeps grinding, makes it happen, and finds a way to win somehow over and over again, Everybody, I love you. I'm going to jump out of here for the night. May God bless each and every one of you. I'll get some better lighting for tomorrow night. I'll make it hot on the weekly candle close. I got you. Don't worry. I'm just in and out quickly here. Got the family doing my thing, but I won't miss a stream. So may God bless each and every one of you. I also wanted to see what's happening to Bitcoin. Looks like I may have called the reversal of a lifetime here. I'm calling the bottom for Bitcoin. Send it through the roof. The lifers called the bottom. Send it to the press. This should go to Cointelegraph. Trader, analyst calls bottom for Bitcoin. And that means there'll be some big pumps for some certain coins. Solana means it's going to pump. Pengu will pump. And you're going to see some movement. So may God bless you. I'm jumping out of here for the night. Thank you so much. This steak is a little warm. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for everything. And thank you for a great summer.